Well, it's August 15th, 2012, and I am in Endicott, near Oak Hill Avenue and North Street, and this is just kind of an ordinary shopping center. The only reason I'm really photographing it is I happen to be here, and Terry happens to be in the laundromat, smart wash, and there's a price chopper over here. So this is not too far from Washington Avenue, where I hope to go here shortly. This is Washington Avenue, looking north. Certainly there are boarded up areas. There's even an adult emporium over there. Certainly we would have seen nothing like that back in the 60s and 70s. Restaurants. Plenty of on-street parking, at least on a Wednesday morning. So, could be worse, could be better. It doesn't look quite as bad as when I was here in 2000. This should look familiar to many of you. What I knew is Seton Catholic High School. Last time I was here, it was downsized to a junior high. I guess we'll find out exactly what it's about. I'm at the corner of Broad Street, and can't remember the other cross street, but we'll see it here in a bit. Here's one of the entrances to the Seton Catholic at All Saints School. I guess is the current name of it. Let's walk down the street a little bit. Many of you knew these classrooms well. I think I had a religion class over here with Father Keating in one of these, second floor, I think. Here's the main entrance to the school. Corner of Jefferson and Broad Street. And it says Seton Catholic All Saints. Congratulations, 6th grade, we will miss you. So I'm guessing this is now an elementary school, Catholic elementary school. Seton Catholic Middle School. No, it's a middle school. Why would they miss the 6th graders? I'm not quite sure. Let's take a look inside the lobby a little bit. A little hard to see. We have the statuaries of what looks like presumably Mary and Joseph. And some nice little foyer. Here's another view from the side entrance. Take a parking lot view shortly. This is the back of Seton, as I recall, the gym area. Presumably it's still the same. And you can see the classrooms, much better shape than the former Christ the King school. There's also a convent or something back here. I don't remember this, but presumably it was there. This is the George F. Johnson Library, looking pretty much the way I remember it 40, 50 years ago. In fact, must be the happiest place to be in Endicott because the parking lot is full. I had to do street parking. I'm not sure. There's a building back here. I kind of remember there was a temporary library while they were constructing the main library. Maybe that's where they had the library at that time. here's the street in front of the library, which you can see in all of its gloriousness here. The library certainly has been updated. It's got a lot of digital products now, as you might expect. And off in the distance there, you probably can't see it, is a big K, a Kmart. And as I recall, that was definitely there when I lived here. I'm not entirely sure the purpose of this structure. It looks governmental, so I'm guessing it's Village of Endicott offices or something. There is a memorial of sorts, which I probably have completely forgotten about, but perhaps was not here. There is Union Endicott High School in the background here. I'm just near the library. Let's see what this statue is about, because I certainly don't remember anything about it. Looks like veterans related. This is all veterans related. This has to do with Korea and Vietnam. And we have lots of area people who died in World War II on this stretch of memorial. Quite a lot, considering the small number of people who actually live in this area. And we even have a complete list of names of veterans of the Endicott Division dedicated to Endicott Johnson. And as for the memorial, doubtless a Veterans Memorial. And here's a little bit of a nicer view of Endicott Johnson High School. Let me walk toward East Main Street. Or maybe it's West Main Street over here, I'm not sure. Get a better view. As you can see, there's not a huge amount of traffic on a Wednesday, but that is, I suspect, pretty typical of Endicott. Here's a view looking east on Main Street toward Washington Street. Here's a better view of the Union Endicott. And looking west, if you look hard in the distance, you'll see an arch. And those of us will certainly remember what that's all about. It's the Home on the Square deal. Well, sorry to say, it looks like the big K Kmart is all boarded up. As you can see, it's surrounded by fences, and there's not much here in West Endicott. There's still a Goodyear and Salvation Army, it looks like, and a McDonald's, and we have an indoor golf center. And of course, the ubiquitous Dollar Generals, of which you will unfortunately see plenty of in the Triple Cities. This is pretty much the end of the video at this point, but here's a last scene from Endicott looking at the George Johnson Memorial Park. There is the pool that we swam at. In the background you can see the IBM buildings. The IBM buildings have been sold. IBM is officially out of the Triple Cities, and you'll also notice that the shoe factories are all gone now too. They've apparently been demolished since 2000 when I was last here. The park's got a baseball field. If you look between the trees there, you will see one of the carousels that we used to ride on. They were free to the public, made free by George F. Johnson in perpetuity. So they still work, at least they did in 2000, and Mary and I can attest to that. So I hope you enjoyed Endicott, and I certainly did.